you for joining us on another episode of Moguls in the Making. I'm here today with Aro and the one and only Alex Powell. He was kind enough to have us out today. So, Alex, tell us a little bit about yourself. How long have you been investing? How many properties do you own to date?
Well, I've been investing for about 6 years now. I started actually while I was still working in engineering, and since then I've transitioned to being a real estate agent full time and an investor as well at the same time. So properties right now is 8. I'm working on number 9 right now. Well, that's what I was talking about. And yeah, the goal is to keep buying.
Yeah. What got you started? Why did you switch from being an engineer into real estate and start investing?
Well, when I was working out, I was working as a project coordinator, junior project manager, and it was actually incredible as to how much more creative I could be while doing real estate investing. So, for instance, when I did my first flip, I was still working at Acon at the time and didn't really know what I was doing. But by the time I had done my second flip, I had made like half a year's salary in one flip. So then I was like, this is way better. So that was my intention to get my real estate license to become an agent, because that would obviously get me closer to my goal of being closer to the front of the property. You know what I mean?
Right.
And since then, that's grown to become a passion as well. But investing is still a go.
So if you guys want to make some good money, you guys are at the right place.
So
Right?
we're always spitballing ideas as to how we can come across these investment properties, and one that I don't think either of us have spoken about, and that's pretty easy for anyone working as a realtor, is cold calling. How many have you got through cold calling at this point in time?
Oh, it's hard to say. I mean, this one here on Korean Avenue, that was a cold call.
Yeah.
The one on Emerald was a cold call too. So, I mean, definitely a good option too, because it gets you in the door. And of course, as a real estate agent, we want full disclosure with the clients. They have lots of options, but if someone's in a bind and someone needs to get out, and the simplest question you can always ask in real estate is, how much will you take?
Yeah.
Like, is that okay? And if they're willing to take that, because if you can make a win-win out of something, then for sure. Like, case in point, we were talking about this property we got going on here. The guy had some major health issues, and he needed to get out. He was in a bind because he didn't know what he had to do, but he had to leave quick. So I said, how much will you take? He gave me a price, and I said, if I can get you an offer like that, would you consider it? And he did. And he's super happy. He's in a new place, and we still chat.
Nice. Okay. Old school. So like a lot of us, we feel like those good deals are not there anymore, but obviously they're still around. We just have to do the legwork to find them.
Yeah, you gotta hunt for them. I mean, the diamonds in the rough, they're hard to come by. But even on the MLS, you can still find good properties. Like the one in Welland. I mean, that one just came up on the MLS. I mean, it was quick, but there's still properties that'll cash out quite well.
So, nice. So you've been doing this for 6-7 years now. Tell us a little bit about some of the challenges that you faced and what you did, and how you would take on those challenges differently now.
Yeah. So I'd say the first challenge was learning to not pick up the hammer. That's the first, because when I first bought my first property, I did all the work, top to bottom. I was sitting there working on the basement when I would come home from work. The second property, I did the same thing, but you start to go crazy after a while because you're working a ton. And like, I spent the whole summer working on my duplex in Kitchener, like no breaks, right? So with that comes leverage, right? So you have to leverage your contractors, you have to leverage your property managers, you have to leverage the people that you know. And at the beginning, it's difficult because you're spending a lot more for other people's labor, right? So when you're not as confident knowing the numbers, like I can go through property now and within a close ballpark know what it's going to cost me to do. But when you're first starting, it's hard to tell, right? So I'm not really sure how much it's going to cost to put it all together. So that's the biggest challenge, is to kind of let the project happen and manage it from kind of afar, because as investors, our time's better spent chasing the next deal, not spent doing the work, right? So that was a big challenge for me, because partially I like doing the work too. I really enjoy it. So, but save that for your personal property.
For those individuals that don't come from an engineering background or don't have 6+ properties under the belt, how would you recommend that they go about estimating the renovation costs?
I mean, you can get contractors to come and quote your properties, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's probably the easiest way. And get someone that you trust, or someone that maybe families use and that they trust, and who understands the scope. If you're building a rental property, you want to have some nice finishes, but you don't need the cream of the crop. You want it to be safe. You want it to work. You want it to look nice, and then effectively, you can get a good rental rate for that property. And so if you can compile all that, and a huge leg up is when a contractor is also an investor. I always suggest when you're building your team, which is incredibly important in real estate investing, is surround yourself with those like-minded individuals. So your lawyers, your accountants, your agents like yourselves. You guys are investors, right? So we want to align ourselves together because you think differently.
Yep.
Right.
And you kind of touched on this. When you're doing the rental and you want to maximize your rents, what kind of things do you do differently from others to try to maximize the rent that you'll be getting at the property?
One big thing that I've now started to do with all my units is in-suite laundry. I think it's huge. So it just elevates you to like a different class. We're going to be putting granite countertops in this one because it does give like a bit of a wow factor. We're also trying to do one of those electric fireplaces with the blue light kind of thing. So we're going to try one of those out too. So if you think you can get one of those fireplaces for fairly cheap, right? But if you put it on a nice feature wall, it changes the whole dynamic of the unit.
Nice.
Right? So for fairly inexpensive, you don't have to go above and beyond. Maybe just change the paint color to have a new feature wall, get some wallpaper or something, right? But when if you look at just the average rental, if you can set yourself above and beyond from that, you can get people willing to pay more for that.
Cool.
Okay. Can you quickly give us a breakdown of the numbers of this place?
Yeah. So this is a property here. Picked it up. It was in rough shape. Severely water damaged. I was telling you guys, you could put your foot through the subfloor because it was so saturated with water that was just continuously leaking. We picked up this property for $320,000. The goal is now we're going to put $80,000 into it, so in total we'll be in for $400,000. Okay, that's with staging and everything, right? We'll refinance this place for $500,000, and at 80% loan to value, we can pull out our original $400,000. So that $100,000 left in the property was all equity. We pulled out all our initial investment, and we'll still cash flow with the rest of the money.
How much would you be cash flowing at this place?
Right now, it's probably a couple $100. I mean, I'm 350-ish. Okay. So it's not going to be a cash cow by any means. But when you consider what your return on investment is at the end of the day, it's infinite, right? Yeah. We have no money in it.
Yeah.
Right.
And then your plan is to just hold on to this long term?
Hold on to it. I mean, this area itself is incredible. So we're super happy with it. That's the goal for right now.
Awesome. So what's your next step? Like, how do you see yourself taking yourself to the next level? You've been doing this for a long time now. What's next for you?
So the next step is actually multifamily. That's what I'm going for. So getting into the plexes, right? 4, 5, 6 plex. I've seemed to have got the single family conversion down. I do own a triplex downtown Hamilton right now as well, and that was a good conversion. So I would just like to get into something a little bit denser, right? Where you're managing one property with multiple units. You have better opportunities for cash flow there as well. Like these single family homes, they appreciate at a much faster rate than a multifamily will.
Right.
However, the cash flow is not as good, right? Okay. So that's going to be the next is to use a lot of the equity I've built up over the years from these and start buying larger scale homes.
Okay, cool.
Any other questions?
Last one. Do you have any message for our viewers that want to kind of get started and start investing in Hamilton or in other parts of Ontario? What's one thing that you'd say to them to get them motivated to get going?
I would say that there's 3 types of people. There's the people that make it happen. There's the people that watch it happen, and the people that say what happened. Right? So and it kind of ties into that. You know, when's the best time to plant a tree? Was 100 years ago, or the second best time is today. If you can make up any excuse you want under the sun. Like, I don't have money, or I don't have the time, or I don't know what I'm doing. At the end of the day, we're gonna be here making money while you're sitting there giving yourself excuses. So realistically, if you come up with roadblocks, where there's a will, there's a way. Like, I didn't have money to invest, so what do? You go and you partner with someone that has money but doesn't have time. Or if you have time and money, so you can find all sorts of circumstances or situations that can solve your problems. But just saying that you can't right now, or kind of burying your head in the sand, is gonna keep you missing out, right?
So on that note, let's just go on a little bit longer. What do you say to the people that keep saying the market's too hot and we'll wait for the market to crash?
It's interesting. I've got a picture at home that's from like 1930 something, and it's an excuse every single year from 1930 as to why not invest.
Huh.
And it's kind of interesting when you think about it, because the market's going to fluctuate up and down. At the end of the day, if you're skeptical about real estate investing and the market dropping, run your numbers solely on cash flow, right? If the market truly drops significantly, then that means less people can afford housing, which means more people have to rent, which means you're okay, right? So as long as you bought in a good location and the numbers make sense. I mean, I'm not worried that if this property, even though it's we refinanced at 5, I'm not worried if it drops to like 400,000. At the end of the day, every month it pays for all its bills, takes care of everything.
I don't know about you guys, but I think that's really excellent advice, and I 100% agree with what you're saying.
Yeah.
So thank you for that.
My pleasure.
Perfect, guys. So you can wrap it up.
Yeah, so thanks for watching, guys, again. Be sure to tune in every week. We got new episodes coming every single week to you guys. And if you have any questions or comments, please share that with us. And if you ever want to reach out to myself, Alex, or Mike, maybe not Mike, but anyways, just get in touch, okay? Have a good one.